Now we are going to see the three types of muscle contractions on the basis of their strength. The muscular contraction, which is divided according to the basis of strength of the contraction, we are having three types. So on basis of strength, the muscular contraction can be of three types. First one being the simplest one, that is twitch. Second is summation, and last one is tetanus. Now what is there in these three types of muscular contractions? This is the simplest representation of a muscular contraction in terms of the tension that is being generated within the muscle and the time period. So in these three graphs, the y-axis shows the tension and it shows time, x-axis. What we are going to see over here is that the action potential that is being generated, how much tension it is able to produce in the muscle and in what form it is able to produce, and that formation of the action potential and the form that the muscular contraction is of, that depends on how much action potential is being generated and how it is perceived within the muscles. So you know that a signal is sent from the neurons and it reaches the muscles, and the period during which the contraction over the entire sarcolemma spreads, that period of time where the tension does not begin within the muscle is known as latent period. All right. So you see a small latent period in the beginning of a twitch. Twitch is a normal single contraction and relaxation process. So we have, in the case of twitch, as you can see, there is a single contraction and relaxation that is taking place. As the tension reaches over here, this is the phase of contraction, and this entire phase is the phase of relaxation. So we have this much phase of contraction, this is contraction, and the rest of the phase is of relaxation, and this represents a twitch. When the action potential is generated, there is a latent period in which that is lesser than 10 milliseconds. Okay, so we have a period of 10 milliseconds known as latent period. Then we have a contraction period. Then it is followed by relaxation, and this entire process, a single action potential generation followed by relaxation, is known as a twitch. In the case of summation, what happens is there is a single twitch, and the next time whatever action potential is being generated, that gets added further to the muscle fibers. Then the next action potential would be of a higher potential, and then it adds to the tension in the muscle and yet further, and then after reaching a peak of tension, then muscle comes to rest. That is known as summation. You know, summation it's a word that if we have to see the literal meaning, it means addition. So basically over here also there is addition of the action potentials which are coming to the neuromuscular junction from the brain. Of course, the central nervous system sends the signals. They come and reach the motor unit. At the motor unit, the first action potential that was being generated, then the next action potential that has reached, that comes and adds up to the presently active muscular protein or the muscle cell, and it leads to the summation of the action potential, and it adds to the tension present in the muscle. Entire muscle we are taking over here, and the myofibrils which take up the smaller ones, you know, the smaller ones are responsible for taking up more of the contraction, more of action potential. So the smaller ones take up the more action potential, then the next, then the next. In this way, the tension keeps on increasing because there is not a single twitch that comes into the scene. There is a single twitch, but it is not completed. The muscles do not come to the entire relaxation stage. Now this point is to be paid attention to, that if otherwise these were to be shown as twitches, this was a small twitch and it would have come down like this in the relaxation stage, but it does not come down to relaxation stage. Instead, before reaching the relaxation state, that is a condition where there is no tension, it takes another stimulus, then comes another stimulus, then comes another stimulus, then comes a stage where the muscle cannot take any further and it has to undergo relaxation. So this particular process of muscular contraction, this particular strength of muscular contraction leads to its classification under summation. Okay, that type of contraction it is. And the last one is a tetanus condition. Tetany, not tetany, the muscular contraction of tetanus type, where we see a plateau-like tension that is being observed. Now what happens over here is that the tension that is being generated in the muscles, first of all, it does not have any latent value, as you can see over here. It is high action potential that would be generated. A very high action potential comes in and it contracts the muscles to an extent, then it keeps the muscles in the contraction state for a longer time. As you can see, this is the time representation, and this plateau formation is that the muscles are in a stage of contraction, they have reached that contraction stage, they are staying in that contraction stage, and then they are suddenly coming to the relaxation phase. So basically there is not a uniform pattern that is being observed in a single twitch. Instead, a very high action potential comes and brings in the tension, and a tetanus sort of condition is created where the muscle is staying in the condition of tension for a very long period, which was not observed earlier. At least it was not as high as observed in this case. So tetanus is the condition where high potential comes and generates a tension inside the muscle which stays and then it gets relaxed. So these are the three types of muscular contractions that we can understand in terms of their strength, and graphically their representation helps us in understanding in a better way that when the impulse arrives, how much tension is being perceived by the muscle and how that tension is being perceived, that whether the muscle comes to relaxation or not. So these are the three types of muscular contraction on the basis of the strength of action potential and the tension